Ethics in readings, it's a really big deal, and it shows up in a couple of ways. One of the ways is when we get a whole lot of information that comes through to us. We could be just out and about living our life, and information comes through about someone that maybe we're talking with, or even someone's loved one might step in and start communicating with us. And we might not be talking to them now, but we know them, or we're interacting with them in the future, or even at that current time. To provide the information that you are receiving, and the person that you're delivering it to has not asked for it, is considered an unsolicited reading. We have to bear in mind when we get this information that whilst we think that we have to do something with it, we may not have to do something with it right there and then when we get it. So if it is a loved one in spirit from someone else that is coming next to you and talking to you or interacting with you in any way, you can remind them, and it's spirit boundaries, you can remind spirit that you are happy to help them if that is what you want to do. You have a choice whether you do it or not, because you actually don't have to. You can say to spirit, that's great. If you want me to pass on your message, we need to do this in an ethical way that does not cause harm to someone. So get them to bring it up. Whatever, create an opportunity for me to share your message when they are ready, not when you are ready or I receive it. And that is how we avoid doing harm, because we cannot assume just because this loved one in spirit has a message that the person that is receiving it wants to hear it. We don't know what their relationship is like. We don't know what their dynamics were like. We don't know the belief system necessarily of the person receiving the information. There's a lot of things that we don't know. So just because we receive information, whether it be from spirit or from the psychic world, does not mean that needs to come out of here. We need to pick the right time, and they have to create the opportunity. So the spirit world, even guides, can allow the opportunity to come up in an ethical way. So that's one thing that we have to consider. To do no harm. And we can do harm really easily, even though we have the best intentions. Another ethical dilemma that comes up is when we are in a situation and we could be potentially reading, or we're the client even, and we are, as a reader, the client asks us, or you are the client and you inquire with a reader about someone else. So in that space, we're going into an unethical area, because the person that is being inquired about, so could be child, adult child, husband, friend, siblings, whoever, has not given permission for their energy to be evaluated. Think of it from your perspective. Would you like someone to pry into your energy, to dig around in there, in that space? We might have, once again, the best intentions, but it goes into an area that is not ethical, because the person that is being inquired about has not given their permission. So therefore, we can't do it. We can only look at it from the perspective of a dynamic between the person inquiring. So say if you're the client, from how it will impact your relationship to know that information. Best case scenario, that's what you look at. If you're the reader, same deal. If someone asks you, is my adult child, and this gets asked all the time, when's my adult child going to have a baby? You know, all these excited future grandmas and grandpas. When are they going to have one? Very innocent question, really innocent question. But that adult child has not given permission for their energy to be explored. Even though it's a really innocent question, it comes up all the time from excited future grandparents, but you cannot do it. Just like, as I said, you would not like someone looking into your energy in that private space. So we have to be really aware there's lots of things that can trip us up. There's like little booby traps. We have the best intention to be able to do this work and support, and we think some of these things are really innocent, but we have to be really aware that we're actually going into someone's energy. We're digging our way in to that to get the information, and they may not be happy about it. So think of it from our own perspective. If we're in that situation, whether it's as a client or a reader, if someone was asking information about us that we did not want them to know, or we didn't want them to know now, or we hadn't given permission, how would we feel about it? Same kind of thing. So we have to have that awareness around here. Lots of ethical things that can trip us up. And this is what makes us different to other readers, that we have the awareness of it and we try and do better. This is a really sacred activity, reading energy, and we can, even though, as I said, have the best intentions to cause no harm, easily do that. So it's all about discerning. So even though you are getting information as a reader or an intuitive or an empath, does not mean that you have to share it. Be really aware that other people may not be ready to hear what you know. Have a wonderful day.